Okay, I just wanted to do this, just kind of messing around. I was reading the secession papers for the Civil War, for Georgia anyways, and I decided to do a little tarot based on that. So this card right here represents the reason for the secession papers. This one right here. Well, it pretty much just means there was a lot of things going on. So it doesn't really say a whole lot. But then there was a whole bunch of things going on at the time. This represents the South. And this represents the North. And this is where they kind of clashed. This is the Madre of Oaks. Basically means that the South was just trying to take care of themselves and take care of their own. But, as you can see, the way that they were doing it was with the people working the field. And there were some very heinous conditions for the slaves in the field and the things that they were doing to them. And this was the result of all that. Their wealth, their money. But this also is Earth right here. And Earth is most closely related to the Pentacles in the tarot card deck, or like coins. So again, money. This is where they're getting their money from. And these are both water element. So this is more like emotional, I think, for them than anything. It's emotional. It was their money. They were getting a lot of status off of this. Pretty much things we already know. But this is fire. And fire is generally thought of as transformation. A lot of transformation energies going on at the time. Essentially stuff that we all know so far. This, which is right across from the Mother of Oaks and the Fool card. In this particular deck, this means that there's some kind of a depletion of some sort, or lack of nutrients. Because according to the book, burdock only grows where the soil isn't very nutrient rich. So I'm thinking that, at least at the beginning, their reasons for the North's reasons for fighting the South had more to do with the fact that they were getting all kinds of bailouts and that their businesses weren't really doing as well, probably, as the South, which they were getting their money. You can see with the T right here, it's kind of like the social elites and stuff that they did back in the 1800s and early 1900s. Tea parties and stuff like that. They were wealthy. The South had it going on. The North, probably not as much. But because of the conditions of this, and a whole bunch of stuff was coming out, like Uncle Tom's Cabin and articles and stuff like that, talking about things that were going on because of slavery, they had right on their side, too. They had a lot of anti-slavery people that knew that they could use the North, possibly because of this, for their agenda. But also the North had the federal government on their side. So they also had money in some ways too. More money, more resources. But they also had right on their side. And this is the Magician. A kind of power and positivity. Again, I think meaning that they had right. But that was like the government, the federal government. This represents grief, a kind of sadness caused by this and the conditions of that. So they did very much start caring about what was going on there. And this is awakening. That was the end result of everything. And a clearing away of negativity. This one right here also, I think was this one. It represents a clearing away of something that's toxic. So, mostly just stuff that we already know, but this transformation energy basically going on. The great spiritual awakening that the South was resisting because of that and that. But also whatever else was going on here as well. So just thought I would just mess around with the tarot cards.